Welcome to the first introductory video to production planning in the Furok Harvest Arena. The first video gives a general overview of the arena and key functions. Cut the length production planning has a number of goals and assumptions. The goals are generally a high fulfillment of production goals and harvesting capacity utilization, while maintaining short relocation distances and minimal risks for ground damage. This assumes a certain amount of information on the harvesting sites, the volumes, expected production rates, and bearing capacity. The training then aims towards meeting multiple targets and being prepared for change. A typical planning cycle in practice starts with checking available harvesting capacity and production priorities. After this, searching for suitable harvesting sites and allocating these to the harvester teams and proposing an initial schedule. The initial schedule is then confirmed with the teams and work carries on harvesting with replanning as required. The Harvest Arena is in principle simulator training for production management. It involves weekly planning for 6 harvester teams through 12 weeks of varying weather and trafficability. Generally, it takes 3 to 4 hours per training run. The basic features of the arena include uncertainty in planning, working in the interface, and monthly KPIs. Regarding uncertainty in planning, the arena includes 12 weeks of planning periods, where each month is divided into 4 weeks. There is weekly weather variation, where you have a prognosis and you have the actual weather for the current week. The weekly weather must then be matched with site bearing capacity. On the interface, you'll find quite a bit of information which you can get from a hover function, including mills and harvesting sites, as well as the production goals, monthly mill demand. The monthly KPIs include production goal fulfillment, harvesting capacity utilization, relocation distances, and risk for ground damage. Noting that the production goal fulfillment has a margin of plus or minus 10% for the monthly demand per mill customer. Here you have an overview of the production interface. On the map, you can see the outer coast, mid coast, and inner coast. On the lower panel, you see the weather prognosis for 12 weeks for their respective regions, outer, mid, and inner, where blue is winter, green is normal summer conditions, orange is wet conditions, and red is a spring thaw. Based on the weather, you then match the bearing capacity of individual sites to the weather, where site bearing capacity is divided into 4 classes. Class 1, all conditions, red. Class 2, normal and wet winter, in orange. Class 3, normal and winter weather. Class 4, in blue, winter only. We'll now jump into the Harvest Arena for a live overview. And here you see the map interface. You can zoom in and out. And using the hover information, you can have a look at the respective mills. From the south, Gardell Sawmill, Selby Sawmill, Bardal Sawmill, Stainshire Sawmill, and Namsos Sawmill, with 2 pulp and paper mills a bit further south, Varan and Levanger. Same time, you can see the required mill demand monthly for each mill under production goals. Again for Namsos, Steinkjer, Verdal, Verran and Levanger, where Levanger takes prime grade pulp and Verran takes second grade pulp. At the same time, you can get an overview of the harvesting teams from the north: Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we can zoom in and have a look at the individual harvesting operations. Color coded again for bearing capacity. If we just hover over the operation, the site, you can see the total volume, production rate, and bearing capacity in the terrain as well as on the road, and the assortment of the respective assortments. In the mid panel, you can also see the weather forecast for the respective regions, outer, mid, and inner coast. And to the left of this, you can see a weather data panel, including typical temperatures, snow depths, and precipitation throughout the year from week 1 to 51. That was an overview of the harvest arena. The next video will cover working in the production interface.